Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. The rankings video is always brought to you by Heinemann Associates, Western Governors University, UCCU, Salt Lake Running Company, and amongst others. But got a fun week this week,
yes, we do.
And I think we need to explain once again. We're going to do this every week almost, explaining how our rankings work.
Voter panel, right? So we're receiving votes from, I think we're up to 9 right now. All that gets compiled, tabulated, added up, and sorted. Here you go. So this is what the synopsis of the panel is. No one vote is given any more privilege than any other. There you go.
We crunched, what should I say we? Dane crunches the numbers.
Yeah, I stayed up till like 9:59 last night, so tired.
It was later because I talked to him. Now let's start at 25 to 21. Number 25, Bonneville, into the rankings first time. Congratulations, Lakers. Desert Hills, a big drop, dropping down to 24 after their loss to Spanish Fork. Then West Jordan. Hey, welcome the Jags into the top 25. 23, West Jordan. 22, East. And 21, Timpanogos.
Great to see some newcomers. This is the area where we kind of see them get introduced. Bonneville, we talked about first 3-0 start since '92. And, you talk about the other newcomer down there being West Jordan. Awesome to see the Jags with their impressive start. Welcome to the top 25 poll, guys. Now you got to keep rising.
Well, impressive for Timpanogos. I mean, loser quarterback in the first game, but Luke Livingston's been playing quarterback. He and Iosefa. The running back, they've been splitting possessions. Luke had over 300 yards of total offense, playing quarterback and wide receiver. I think it was 3 or 4 touchdowns. I mean, been really good. Plus, nephew Tage got his first interception, so pretty good. We're going to mention that in every video.
And he's still simmering there, right? Yeah. If you want to know what that means, go check out our video this week.
You want to be a stew, not a soup. Let's go to our next 5. At number 20, Pleasant Grove, newcomers.
Yeah.
It's a big jump in for the Vikings at number 20. 19, Viewmont. 18, Olympus. 17, Brighton. And at 16, Park City.
Yeah, a couple big movers in this group. You talk about Pleasant Grove joining the ranks. Awesome to see. Olympus and Viewmont both rising up strong this week after strong week 3s. And look, this is a segment where we've seen a lot of movement in the first couple weeks, and that continues here after week 3.
Next 5, 15 through 11. Number 15, Orem. They drop after their loss to Pleasant Grove. 14, Riverton. 13, West. 12, Layton, and number 11, Mountain Ridge.
A lot of movement here. Mountain Ridge, Layton both taking big steps up. West maybe doesn't fall as much as some maybe would have thought after that loss to AF. I think they competed really well in that game. You talk about Riverton, Orem. That Orem loss was surprising. We saw some movement in the polls after that loss to Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, and again, that's why we use a panel.
Right.
Dane and I could just go through this. You could yell at just us, but
now
we
you
have a
can't.
panel. Yeah, there's a whole panel of us doing this thing, and everyone has a vote. So 10 through 6, that we get to the top 10. Number 10, Springville. Number 9, Stansbury. Number 8, Bingham. Number 7, Farmington. And number 6, Lone Peak.
Stansbury moving up inside the top 10. Congratulations to the Stallions. I believe we'll probably see them keep running.
Like that?
Yeah.
I like that.
Bingham dropping a couple spots after the loss to Corner. Other than that, just a couple little movements here and there. Farmington just on the outside of that top 5. Love to see the Phoenix continue to rise.
And now to the top 5. Well, it looks like last week's top 5. Number 5, Timpview. 4, American Fork. 3, Corner Canyon. 2, Lehigh. And number 1 is Sky Ridge.
First week we've had a consensus number 1, Sky Ridge being ranked number 1 from all pollsters. Corner Canyon still just a bit behind Lehigh after that win against Bingham. Again, they'll have a chance to play. That will get sorted out. Really, you look at this top 5, Dusty, I think you can make cases for all these to be certainly in the top 5. That order can be, I think, discussed further, but you can make a case for any of these top 5.
Well, absolutely. I think when you look at any of them, you want to say, well, where's Timpview? Well, they should be, totally agree. But it could go anywhere. But the great thing is, and we mention this every single week, there are common opponents, or they'll play each other in some combination. Almost all of them will play each other on the field. So if you think, well, why is Timpview behind Lehigh? You're going to play them. Yeah.
And by the way, if some of you don't like the comment that I said, you could argue that number 5, Timpview, should be number 1. They've had the strongest schedule that they've gone undefeated against.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, other teams have played better teams, but they've lost to them. Timpview has the strongest wins at 3-0. So you can make that argument. They could put a flag in the ground at being number 1. It's that tight at the top.
Guess what? They play Sky Ridge too.
Yes,
so
they do.
Everywhere. We get this. They're going to play Sky Ridge. They're going to play Lehigh. Yep. Corner Canyon's going to play Sky Ridge, Lehigh, American Fork. And then did you get the whole exercise here? The only one that American Fork does not play Lehigh.
Yeah.
So
which they should.
Yeah, it's so close.
Can we add that week 11, someone?
Write that down. we'll see what make it happen. So again, we go through this exercise. We want to explain why, because we know people like seeing their teams being ranked. I totally understand that. But let us know what you think here. Hit us up at KSL Sports Rewind on Instagram and also Twitter. And look out for next week. Be a lot of fun. Week 4 coming up. Look out for our top 5 plays. Our weekly video comes out Tuesdays at 6 p.m. If you missed it, go watch it right now on KSLSports.com. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com.